There are, of course, many problems associated with China's designed economic agendas in Africa. Some of the traditional problems include the political instability, sovereign risks, the unfamiliar local environment, poor governance, labor issues. But however, the most interesting question currently in the economic cooperation between China and Africa and China's blueprint is the issue of payment terms of China's loans, given the dropping commodity price and China's sluggish domestic demand. The majority of Chinese financing in Africa is not free grants. They are loans and investments and concessional loans. In the past, many of these loan agreements had been backed by Africa's natural resources, as shown by the famous Angola model. Currently, as noted above, China is trying to downplay the role of natural resources and to evolve toward new models of economic cooperation with Africa. However, despite the sound logic, a key question does emerge. So if the Chinese loans are no longer backed or repaid with Africa's natural resources, what are they backed with, and what will they be paid with? Given the typical long funding cycle of infrastructure investment and the political, economic volatility of recipient countries, how will China balance the commercial soundness of its loaning decisions in the vast infrastructure financing remains to be seen. There's no consensus on the answer to this question, even among Chinese analysts and Chinese bankers. Some of them seem to be quite confident that the GDP growth and the tax revenue to be generated through the infrastructure project, industrialization, and trade facilitation in Africa will gradually lead to a healthy cycle of payment for Chinese loans. Nevertheless, many more are skeptical and see the scenario as a long game and overly optimistic. Of course, there's another possible answer, which is for China, this type of export promotion is required for China to overcome its current difficulty in the economic restructuring. That other than carrying the risk and use Chinese funding to stimulate its export and domestic growth, the Chinese government simply has no better option. And if that is indeed the case, the soundness of Chinese plans in Africa remains debatable.